Welcome back everyone, here's a sneak peek of the deck that we're going to be playing today for Blue Purple Crocodile, or Blurple as people like to call it. I'm going to be showing how the deck plays and what are the best ways that you can manage some matchups. I have two really good games right now, so let's have a deck profile also for the deck. I'm going to link it at the end of the video and you're going to have my full thoughts on the deck. So let's go and have a look at the deck games. For our first match, we have red-green law. This is a tricky matchup because you don't want to give them early advantage, like too much early advantage. If you attack them early on, they're going to be able to drop their board and just being able to be too fast for you to answer them. So I don't want to attack them because I don't want to give them any cards that they might be able to just get like a fast start. I'm gonna force them to have all one drops and a payoff like super quickly. And he got one of the best cards in this matchup actually, the red Luffy. I think he has two in hand, as you can see there. And yeah, that's the best card in this matchup because it ignores my blockers and it forces me to take a life basically. So that's gonna be one of the critical parts for him to win this matchup. He attacks for 5 here. I'm just gonna use my Spada here because I wanna fix my hand a little bit. I wanna see if I can play something out of the top 3, and I don't wanna. I don't want to take any damage early on, and I don't have to because my leader works that way. And I'm gonna keep it on the top, it seems like. And I'm just gonna let him go. Yeah, that was his first turn. He's gonna play something here. I think it's gonna be Nico Robin. Okay, Nico Robin is not annoying for my deck. You can kill some blockers or something on, but it's not gonna affect me as much. But I'm gonna play a Teach and bounce it back and just stop his tempo a little bit. This is one of the reasons I played the Teach, because it allows you to go second and put a body on board and just stall their play a little bit. So now if he wants to hit me, if he wants to develop his board, he's not gonna hit my leader for like too much. Like you can see here, he hits me for 5 for 1k, and I took the life because I didn't have anything to combo here with, and it's fine. Preferably you want to combo out this attack, but my only other option was either to combo at 2k, which I want to save for a more critical moment, or combo my blocker, my Miss Old Sunday, and that card is just way too good in this matchup to just allow it to just waste it on as a 5k combo. Here he plays his Robin again. I don't wanna attack him again, and you saw like his start is super slow because he's forced to play the law. At least he got a good play there where he got to bounce his Nami back to the hand. Now he gets more value out of that. He has a lot of cards in hand at the moment. For someone who hasn't he didn't get hit or anything, so he's probably gonna get more pluses here with the Namis, and he's gonna try to build his board as fast as possible and attempt to overwhelm me with like a lot of attackers in one turn. That's probably the best way to beat Blue Purple. But again, I'm not gonna sit there and do nothing for the whole game. I'm just preparing a little bit, and this Crocodile, it's excellent here because if he wants to attack me now, he's gonna lose a battle card. Maybe he should have attacked first before playing a 1-drop. Maybe just poke with the 5k, see if I block. Poke with the law if he wants to, but he doesn't want to attack with the field, because if he gets to attack with the field, I get to attack it back. I'm not gonna attack him right now, so I get to attack his board and I get to pressure his hand that way. So he doesn't want to attack me right now, well, at least with the battle cards on board. And he probably was thinking, I don't want to attack with the law either way, because it's just gonna block with the blocker here. Or he's probably digging for a jet pistol if he has that in his deck. That's another way to deal with this card. This card is really good against the crocodile. Is really good against Law because as long as he stays on the board, it's gonna be an annoyance. I'm always gonna attach one to the leader and force him to either not being able to attack with the with his leader, or having to suffer the fact that he's gonna lose a card every time he attacks. He uses Otama here, so I'm thinking he's gonna try to do another Otama and attack with the Robin to kill my my crocodile. And here he plays this one for no value. Okay, so he bounces back the Otama. Oh, he's doing that play. Maybe he should have done it differently though. He should have bounced it back, not play anything, and just play the Otama so he doesn't lose the Nami. Maybe a slight misplay here on my opponent's part. But at least he gets to get rid of my blocker for no value. I have to out combo this one here first. So I'm gonna combo 5k. And here he's gonna attack for another 5k. And I'm gonna attack combo 2k. I don't wanna lose any more than one life that I already lost. Here I'm able to attack his Nico Robin. Although the law is still a problem, so if he gets a free block here either way, but at least I'm able to attack with my for 6 here, and if he blocks, well, at least it's one less card that he has to deal with, and he only has 3 cards in hand at this point, so he doesn't have the biggest hand at the moment to be able to stop all of this. And Robin is not an issue right now, but I'm gonna attack it for 6. Because I want him to still either combo out, use his blockers, or use some amount of resources to deal with the teach, or just his hand altogether. And I don't want to. Yeah, he uses a 5k combo here. That's completely fine. Well, a 2k counter, so he's over comboing here. And I'm gonna bounce the Robin either way. So here the teach will work as a blocker and as a way of interaction here, which is great for me at this point. I'm gonna use I have 3 cards in hand, so I'm gonna use my the searcher here, because I have 4 less cards. I get to draw 2 cards basically with 1 energy. That's one of the reasons that I play that card. That card allows you to give you a lot of resources early on and a lot of resources late game, and that's the main reason to play that card. Here he's still a little bit of he can clear my board a little bit with the Neko Momushi and go after my leader a little bit more, try to be a little bit more aggressive. I believe he has 2 6-drop Luffys, but the problem again is that I'm gonna be able to defend a lot. If he attacks me with everything, he's resting his board, and if he rests his board, I'm gonna be able to attack it, and Law without a board doesn't do anything, doesn't get to do what he wants to do. Because I've been stifling his turns with my teach, he hasn't been able to be as fast as he can possibly be, and just attacking for 5k or doing like not a big number here is not gonna do anything for him. Since I'm tapped out, he could just go for big numbers here, go for like 7 8 and force me to take a life, but no, he goes after the teach because that card is a problem and you do have to deal with it. And he's gonna attack with Law, but he wants to play his board. He wants to play the Nico Robin, or he wants to swap back the Law. He doesn't want me to attack the Law, so he's gonna play the cards on his hand. Oh, he's gonna play another Luffy, okay. And then he has 4 energy. Does he attack with this Luffy? That is the bigger question here. Does he have another play? He uses 1 energy to play Otama again for basically no value because there is nothing that he can do for 3 mana. But he wants to swap the Law back to the hand. So at this exact point, I know his hand exactly because he only has 2 cards in hand. I know he has a Law, which is 0 combo power, and a Robin, which is 3 combo power. What does that mean? Now, if he attacks with the Luffys, yeah, I might take 1 damage here and there. Maybe even 2. Although I still have cards in hand, so I probably could have combo out. But then, in my turn, he doesn't have any blockers. So I'm gonna kill those 2 Luffys. And those are the key for his victory. So keeping them in untap is actually a really smart play here right now, because it forces me to think what I'm gonna do. I have to keep my energy up so I can out combo one of them at least, and I have to find a way to because his strategy here, what I think he's trying to do is to attack for a bunch and swap it back and forth, since I cannot block this guy. So that's a decent strategy against this leader. If I'm not attacking you at all, then you can take your time, and that's one way to punish my slowness of being not proactive with the leader. But I'm still not gonna attack him because I see that he only has 2 cards in hand, and the 2 cards that he has in hand doesn't amount to any value for him. So I don't want to give him any value for him to be able to do that. So if he's gonna do that play where he's gonna attack me for a bunch with 1 card, sure, he can do that. I'm representing 2 energy, so I can do a level up beam here, and he can do that, but only with 1 card. Because if he attacks with the other one, again, he's gonna the other card that he plays is gonna die. But however, he does get to do a nice play here where he could attack with the Luffy, swap it back to the hand, get a law into play, swap the other Luffy back into the hand, and just cycle them both. I think that's what he's gonna do actually. So I have to take this life, and he's gonna do exactly that. He's gonna attack me for 9 since the first one went through. But I don't think I'm gonna take this one, because I take one of them, but I don't want to take both. And here I played this one. The 3 cards don't help me with my game plan. I'm trying to dig for a love beam if I don't have it, or with for a Nico Robin also. There's some cards that I need right now. If I don't have any of those, I need those. And he's not gonna attack with the law leader because I have the blocker that is just bottom deck in 1 card. And if he wants to keep doing this strategy where he just swaps these 2 cards back and forth, he needs the board to be completely filled. So at this point, I am losing the game at this exact moment, because he has a strategy going where I have to out combo him every turn, and he's just gonna swap his cards back and forth every turn. And I believe that's what he's gonna do. Swap into Law, and then swap the other Luffy into probably Nico Robin, which is the only card that I remember him having on hand. Yeah, he just wants to protect his Luffys, doing it that way, which is very smart. I like really his play here. He plays the chopper. So again, I know his hand completely. And at this point, I'm a little bit worried that I'm not applying pressure. But I already have 2 cards that I can go with, and I know his hand is only a 5k, so I know how much he can do, and I think I start applying pressure right now, because I have to start doing something at some point, right? And the first thing I'm gonna do is play a queen, another blocker, excellent card in this matchup, because it allows you to block whatever and refills my hand a little bit, which I'm in desperate need of for what I can see here. I'm gonna use my teach to attack him once and start applying some pressure, since I know his hand is no combo power basically. I want to see how he reacts to me applying some pressure here. And he's gonna combo 5k. He doesn't want to take much damage, since there's 2 attackers here coming up. And again, this card is gonna refill me back again. I'm gonna give me an extra combo power, I think here. Yeah, a 2k combo power, and it's gonna give me a draw. I look for the love beam, which is what I'm missing here right now. A way to draw more cards in my opponent's turn. And here, I believe I'm gonna leave the blocker again, because I need to establish a board to be able to attack him for 1 turn, and I want to use my teach as a blocker here. So I want him to attack him instead of me. Let's see if he goes for it, but at least he took 1 life. He's 1 step closer for death, and I know the cards in his hand, which are the Luffy, and 2 mystery cards. I don't know them, but at least I can I can count how much combo power he can have at most. So that's what I have going for me. that I basically know what he can do each turn, or for how much he can do. The first thing he's gonna do, I'm at 2 life, by the way. So, but again, being a 2 life or being a 1 life in this leader, it's like being a 4 life, because it's so hard to get through 1 life. That just having that advantage, being here in the late game already, it's advantageous for me, especially if he doesn't have any ways to refill his hand or do anything at all with it. One thing that I'm worried here about is that if he drops an A drop, which, to be fair, not many lists play the A drop, which I think is a mistake. I'm worried that he's gonna just get some value for free here, and the A drop might actually win the game if he gets to drop it here at any point, because that card is really hard for me to deal with this deck, at least with the board that I have right now representing. So that's one way to win this matchup in the law green-red side. But again, not many decks play the A drop as the law players. So that's a thing to consider when you play this leader. You probably want to play at least 1 or 2 to be able to get like out of these kind of situations. Now he's gonna attack the leader, and I'm asked to forcing me to block and see if I take the bait. And I am, and I'm gonna take out the blocker, which is the card that is giving him more value when he doesn't have cards in hand. Because I cannot attack for any number and like guess the amount of damage that I can do, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. If he wanted to do that though, however, he should have attacked with the leader. I know he was trying to dig for something specifically, maybe a pistol. That's why he played the Nami instead of the Kite Viper. But if he didn't get that response, he should have just attacked with the leader, let one of your cards get bottom decked, and play the Nami after. And let him just have the value for this turn, and try to maybe either kill the board or just keep going after the leader and forcing me to have the answers every turn. But he didn't do that. He was digging for something before attacking. So that's why I assume he played the Nami first and get rid of his Nekomamushi. But he's probably still has a way to do the swap leader right now, and that's what matters here at the moment. He's still probably gonna be able to attack with the law, swap it for a Luffy, but I'm able to kill the Luffy if that's the case. He uses 2 energy to play a blocker, and this blocker is a little bit annoying at the moment because he not only blocks, but it also offers him another card. He's drawing a card with that blocker, so that card is a bit annoying at this point. And I wonder if he's gonna swap into a Luffy this turn. He should probably just attack with this 7k for 7k into the leader. He attacks for 6, so he's gonna use all the mana for that one. And I use one of my blockers because I know I'm not gonna be able to block the Luffy, and that's the one I need to out combo. And he goes for 9 into my leader, but 9 is an easy number to out combo for me. So I get to draw a card and combo 1k. It sucks to combo one of Mid Sunday, because that's one of the ways that I can like outgrind my opponent. However, I have another one in my hand. I think I was floating with Mid Sundays at this point, so it's okay to do that. He didn't attack my Teach, but he didn't have any cards to attack it with, really. So here I'm gonna go after the Luffy because I know the cards in his hand. He has 3 cards in hand. I know one of them is Law, one of them is Luffy, and a 1k probably. 2k. Best case scenario is a 2k. So I can easily kill this Luffy. So he just lets it go. There's no way to protect it like reliably. Although he could block, but he loses the board. He loses more cards in board. And I'm gonna destroy that Luffy this turn because I want to do that. And here I play another Queen. These queens are gonna win me the game. They're blocking this turn, and they're doing what they need to be doing to win me the game here. And I'm not gonna attack with them this turn, with the queen and the blocker this turn, because I'm gonna tap out this turn. And because I'm going to tap out, I don't want them to be attacked. I don't have too many cards in hand at this point. I have 3 cards, but they're not good combo power cards. So I might take 1 life on this turn. However, I do have enough blockers to where that's not gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna die this turn. That's not my concern. But I do want to keep my board intact, and maybe take a life to see if I find a Love Being, which is what I'm missing here at this point. I have the Miss All Sundays, but I'm missing the Love Being, which is the card that is gonna refill my hand every turn. And with the Miss Sundays, that's the card that I'm looking the most to get the most value out of my leader. Here he's gonna use his 10 energy. Let's see how he uses it. Okay, so he plays a Luffy for 5 energy. He doesn't have too many options here, I assume. Attacking for 7 prevents me from blocking, and I don't have enough combo power, and I didn't want to out combo that one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my leader as that 1 life. I'm gonna protect that one. And he swaps his buff for Law, and gets back the Nami and gets a blocker here. So he has 3 blockers at this point, and they're very annoying right now. But since he didn't force me to use my Miss All Sunday or anything at all, I am able to just attack this turn, because now my board is completely filled, and I'm attacking for 6. I'm sorry, because I want him to either block or used cards in hand. And right now, because I have 5 attackers, he's gonna be forced to out combo something here. And I'm attacking for 7 every turn, because 7 is a perfect number, and he either has to block and get rid of cards on his board, so he's not gonna be able to hit big numbers with the cards on his hand. And I'm gonna attack him. I'm attacking with everything, except for the crocodile, because that crocodile is still a problem for him. But the only card that he can deal actually reliably damage to me with is the Luffy. And even if he spends the whole turn doing the Luffy, I'm gonna be able to pressure him, his life, and he's not gonna be able to deal me a damage here. I have enough cards in hand to where I'm representing Love Beam, and I'm representing something else. As it happens, I still don't have the Love Beam, but I do have my Espada, which is gonna allow me to dig further for that card, which is the one that I'm missing the most here. But my board is completely filled with good battle cards right now, and if he decides to go after my board, it's even better for me, because basically I transform my leader into a 6k leader. I'm gonna still defend my board, because by battle I'm not gonna let any of these cards die. Maybe the Teach, because Teach is not that, he's not that important right now. So if he attacks the Teach, it's completely fine. But what is my leader and the 6Ks, I'm not gonna let them die, because that's the way that I'm gonna win the game. And again, I have 2 blockers. One is completely annoying for him, and the other one is just gonna give me more cards in hand. So it's a tough spot for him to get through this turn at least. And he did get a new hand basically, because he took all 4 damage here with my attacks on the leader. So I don't know how he gets necessarily out of this. The biggest way to get out of this one is if he has an A drop here. If he has an A drop, I just gave him a whole new hand, and he has 2 blockers on board. So I'm not gonna be able to shotgun the A drop here if he does have it. So again, that's what I'm saying. Any deck that can play the A drop and forces me to have to play unoptimal against it, it's gonna have a good matchup against me. That is for sure. Although I do have a decent board where I can do 2 energy on each one and try to whittle down the A drop that way. And he finally finds the jet pistol, which allows him to deal with my my blocker. So he's finally able to attack with his board without the fear of losing a blocker or losing something else in the crap back here. But it's fine for me. It's not the biggest deal, the fact that he killed the blocker, because that's 4 energy, which means the Luffy is not going to deal me damage this turn. Once he uses 4 energy, he still needs 1 card at least one energy to do the swap for another something else. And if he uses one energy and then he needs to use 2 energy for the leader, he can only attack me for 9 with the unblockable Luffy. And at that point I can just block it with anything in my hand, because 9 is not a number against blue purple. And if he attacks me with something else that is not the unblockable one, I get to use my Robin and I get to get a card into my hand. And he basically gives me a target to attack. So as I'm saying, he's gonna probably use the swap into the Luffy, but he's in a bad spot because I don't like his board is not menacing at all. The only card that can apply any kind of pressure is the law. However, he sees another law. Another law is really good because he gets to bounce back his Otamas. So now he has a lot of combo power in hand. And now he gets to play the Zoro. He's thinking about the Zoro, but he's probably gonna play something else. Another blocker. Okay, another blocker. Just now he has 5 blockers, and he's attacking for infinite with La. Well, not infinite. AK is easy to combo, but I'm gonna use my blocker because I need some space in my board. And yeah, I'm gonna. He didn't know this, that you can get any card with Miss All Sunday. That's one of the benefits of playing her. Now I have a 4K blocker here for his Luffy unblockable, so that one is not gonna deal me damage anymore. And I'm still pretty okay right now. I attack for 7 at his leader because I have to force his hand at this point. And he does the smart thing, which is block with the law and combo at 2K. Because that's what it allows him to do that right now. And I attack his leader again. Because if I attack his law, he's going to be able to do the same thing. But again, he's going to do that anyway. I'm just going to force him to block with those. I'm going to attack for 7 with everything. And I'm going to play another queen. Again, these blockers are going to win me the game. And here queen is excellent because it got me into my love beam. So I have enough resources now to get into the late game with ace. And I think I have too many love beams at this point. So I finally out of the lock where I don't have enough ones. No, actually I don't have love beam, but I wanted to keep 2 counters because it's risky for me to just not keep enough counters. And love beam is a 2 mana counter, and here I just want to have enough combo power that I can use. I only have 2 energy, so if I just commit my whole turn into using the love beam, I might just get run over by anything else. Now he uses the Nami to get an Unisop, which Unisop is really good in this matchup. It's the best card that you can get against this matchup because you're gonna be able to draw cards every time I draw an encounter. Well, not every time, I'm sorry, once per turn, but at least he's able to keep up with me doing what I'm doing, which is great for him. It's a really good card here, but however, he's still at 1 life, so he's in trouble right now. And eventually I'm gonna win this matchup if I'm able to, if he doesn't develop his board any further. And I have a blocker, and I have I didn't attack with Teach last turn because there was no reason to. Again, I needed the energy. I needed to play another queen. And now he does another great play here, which is playing the La. Another more blockers, and he plays the Usopp. So now he forces me to deal with this Usopp, which is really hard for me. He's probably gonna get a free card here with that card. And he attacks with the law for 7. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my queen as another defender. Use the first one and see what he wants to do. I'm gonna use my cards that are no events because I'm trying to play around the Usopp, getting another card. And he only has 3 energy. He already used his swap effect. So I wonder what he wants to do right now. I think it's time to start attacking, but again, that's a little bit risky when you have 0 life and you have to keep some blockers out, right? So but he still does attack it. Attacks my queen, which I can just easily defend for 1 energy. I do get to do my effect first, and I get to draw. And my opponent gets to draw as well. And I have to use 2 events here to outcombo that one. And I see only blockers, which blockers don't help me at this point. I need something else. So I send them to the bottom. And again, I still have 3 7k attackers. With my leader, another one. And I drew another queen, which is, that's going to be my play. I'm going to rinse and repeat from the last turn. I'm going to attack for 7 at the leader. What do you want to do? Block with law, give me a 2k. But at this point, you have to be running out of 2ks. You can have a lot of 2ks forever. And I'm going to do it again. 7k a leader. And he uses the law as a blocker. He's thinking about it. Yeah, okay. He could have used the beige, but I mean, same result. He's going to use the other beige. And I'm attacking his leader. I don't care about his board at this point, because his leader is a 5k and his board is a 6k. He's 6k. So it's much easier for him to defend the leader than it is to... it's much easier for him to defend the board than it is to defend the... than it is to defend the leader. And here I had the option to play the queen or the Miss All Sunday, but since I have a Love Bean here and I have a Last Breath, I'm just gonna use my Miss All Sunday to get me more cards and to be able to defend the next turn. And 4 cards, I mean, I have 3 energy up, so I'm representing a Love Bean and a Last Breath. Here my opponent, it's either out of time, he has to go for game, or he has to do something else. He has to think what he's gonna do, and he attacks with the Usopp. Now he has how much energy? 7 energy, 8. It's about how you use that one. I think he doesn't feel like he can keep the loss for much longer out, and he attacks for 5. Again, 5 is a weak number against his leader. But I'm gonna use my blocker, it seems like, because again, I know he has the unblockable Luffy, and that card I cannot block it with. But I still have enough combo power to where the unblockable Luffy doesn't do enough. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my Love Beam so I can get some cards back into my hand. And I get a 2k and I get a 1k. And that is probably going to bait him into going for game. He attacked me for 6. 6 is easy to block. But now he's attacking with his loss, which means he doesn't have any more defense. He's trying to go for game. So I am immediately thinking, okay, I need to stop whatever play he goes for game with. And that's how I'm going to win. He doesn't have enough cards to defend his board next turn or his anything next turn. So that's why he's trying to go for game. And these queens have done it. Like I said, attacking for 7 is a great number. And here he taps 5 for the Luffy for 5k. But it doesn't matter if he's play a 1-drop and swap and give him more power. I have 9k combo power here. And I'm sorry the video got cut off here. Next turn I was able to win with anything because I have 3 7k attackers and a bunch of attacks. He doesn't have any blockers. But that's how the game ended. It was a long grindy game. But that's how you play. If you were playing blue purple, that's what you're signing up for. A hard grindy game where you have to have a lot of patience and you have to play fast too, because you can go into time. So, but let's go into the next game. And for next matchup, I have Red Zoro versus the deck. Everyone that I've come across that asked me, they say that the red matchup is a hard matchup, and I don't really think so. I think the red matchup is perfectly fine. I'm not really sure what the problem is. I play Teach, maybe that is what is making the difference. He gets a Zoro with the 1-mana spell, which I already know he's going to be trying to be aggressive maybe. Or that Zoro is going to be a problem next turn. He's even going first. But again, it's not that difficult for me. At least I don't think so. And here I'm going to play my blocker. I'm probably intending to use it on the first attack maybe, because I don't want to play into a Robin. But let's see if depends on what the opponent does. The main thing to keep in mind when you're playing against red, it's to defend early game. If you defend a lot early game, I'm gonna combo 5k here, because I mean, if he plays the Robin, it's fine. But I saw a Zoro, so I thought that was gonna be his play, and that's exactly what happens. And again, he's attacking for 5k, so 5k I can out combo easily. So I'd rather save my blocker for something that is gonna be more meaningful. And I used my my 3-drop, which could have been my next play here, but if I have but the problem was that he was playing the Zoro, so if I play the 3-drop, he gets to attack me for 5k twice next turn again, and I cannot allow him to do that. And since I don't have another play next turn, I mean, if I have another play that is going to allow me to do anything else, I just rather use all 4 energy to get rid of this Zoro, because this Zoro is going to be a problem if I let him leave like long enough. So I'm just gonna use my whole turn to get rid of him. Put him on, show me another threat. I have, if you attack for 5k with your leader, I'm gonna out combo it easily. And if you attack for like a big absurd number, I'm just gonna block it. Yeah, that's what she does. Yeah, he attacks for a lot of mana. I think he has too many jet pistols, because that's what happens in this game. He didn't have a turn 3 play. I mean a 5 energy play, because I see here there that he had a Red Hawk and a jet pistols and a bunch of cards. Even though they're not the best right now, it's still not horrible for him, because he gets to get alive, which usually is not as horrible against this type of decks, because you get to protect your cards too. And I get to develop a queen here. My opponent is probably gonna use just jet pistol here on that one. I did minuses my energy, but that's fine. Again, it's not the biggest deal. Here he uses the jet pistol, KOs my queen, which is annoying for me. That's one of the best cards in this matchup for me. But at least he's not gonna be able to develop too much after he plays that one. He either goes for a big number here, or he goes for a 5k, which I'm gonna be able to out combo easily. And he uses that one again, the one that lets him search for any straw, and he gets a Nami. So Nami's gonna offer some value here, and he's gonna go ahead and do that. So I already know I'm not gonna take any more damage this turn. And again, so far I have taken no damage, and he's gonna get one of the best cards against this matchup for sure, which is the Usopp. He's gonna be able to draw with me every time I do that one. This just prompts a 2k out of my hand, which is perfectly fine. I'm okay with using that one this turn. He has a good decent hand size, but at least I haven't taken any damage early game. And I'm giving him cards because I can also just kill him at any point. And I'm gonna play the crocodile, and I'm gonna use the energy to threaten that I'm gonna bottom deck his Nami. So at this point, he's got 9 energy, and unfortunately for me, he has another jet pistol, which I was like, okay, well, that puts me behind another turn. But again, he doesn't get to develop too much if he does the jet pistol. So that's a silver lining for me. And he gets to play the Usopp here, telling me, okay, if you want to draw cards here right now, okay, just draw cards, but I'm gonna draw 1 too. And I can see there that he has another jet pistol, so my next turn is also gonna be taxed here. And he attacks me for 7, and I'm finally gonna take the first life, because if I want to get out of that one, I have to use my extra cards. And again, I don't want to give him more cards that I already gave him. But I'm gonna attack again with my leader probably, because yeah, I mean, I have to attack with this leader every turn in this matchup. I cannot just let him amass infinite amount of value. And again, eventually I'm going to be able to do something. And I play my second crocodile, and this time I think it's completely safe, because he already used 2 of the jet pistols. And this guy is going to be able to bottom deck his Usopp, and he's going to give me the tempo back that I need. But he has another jet pistol, so this one is actually really hard for me to swallow, because I'm gonna have to give him a card this turn. I don't want to take any damage, unnecessary damage, but that's the only way that I'm gonna be able. But again, if he uses a jet pistol, he doesn't have too much energy to do anything else. And at this point, if he wants to use the Usopp as well, he's gonna have only 3 energy left after that. So he's gonna go ahead and attack for 6. No, for he's thinking. Right now he's a 6k attacker. I don't know what else he's planning to do with the rest of his energy, but alright, so he's gonna attack for 7 here. So I either give him extra cards or I just let him draw. But since he's only got 2 energy, I'm probably just gonna let him draw. No, okay, I'm gonna take that life, but he's gonna attack for 6 here. And okay, so I just didn't want to give him more cards to out combo his leader. And here he's telling me he's leaving 2 energy up, so I'm already thinking he either has Red Hawk that I have to concern myself with. If I attack for 6, he just gets out of it with just 1 Red Hawk, so I cannot just attack for 6. I have to attack for 7 and force him to give me a Red Hawk and another car. And he goes for save it. He decides to save the Usopp because that card is very important right now for him to keep himself in this matchup. And I'm gonna go ahead and play my for 7 energy. I'm gonna play my crocodile and I'm gonna attach an energy to it. I already seen 3 Red Hawks, so at this point I'm zero preoccupied about Otama Jet Pistol. And this card is gonna give me what I need to win the game. So that's why I dropped it here. Sure, I'm at 3 life. I might take 1 or 2 damage this turn, but I'm for sure gonna win on the back of this card because it's gonna give me a energy advantage. I'm gonna be able to develop my board, and I sincerely don't think that you're gonna be able to kill it because you already used too many resources on my other cards, which is great for me here. He still has to use the Usopp ability here because it's the only way that because I can still activate extra cards for free. And he's wondering if he should attack for more or less. He goes for 5k, which 5k is easy for me to defend it, but I defend it with a 2k, which means he should have probably attacked for a little bit more here. But he has 6k, so he's attacking for 6. And he finally forces the espada out of me. I'm gonna get one of the cards and put the other 2 on top, and he's gonna draw for that too. So he's keeping this Usopp did a lot of damage here right now. I don't know what his turn is gonna be. Maybe that's why he didn't want to attach more energy into it. But right now, he doesn't seem to have too many other cards to play with. He does have like Diablo Jambles and all these cards that are great in the matchup, but not great right now if you don't have a board. So he's just gonna go ahead and attack for 6. That's easy for me to out-combo. But I'm running low on cards right now in my hand, so I do need some way of actually drawing more cards here. But hopefully, the good thing is that I already have my crocodile on board, and I just need to finally win on the back of having been able to play my cards for 1 less. And I'm gonna attack for 6 here. I know he has the jet pistol. I mean, at least that's what I think he has. The Red Hawk, I mean. But I gotta play. I still gotta force it out of him, and if he wants to use it here, no, he doesn't use it, but he's still combo out of that one. And I'm gonna go ahead and attack his Zoro for 8. Maybe I should have done a little bit more here, a little bit of a misplay on my end, but I gotta force these cards out of him because he's always gonna keep them up. And I'm gonna go ahead and finally play another crocodile that is probably gonna stick again. I don't expect him to have a 4th jet pistol on the after just playing 3 the whole game. And yeah, I drew all 3 of my crocodiles, but again he drew all 4 3 of his jet pistols, so 1 for 1, right? And here finally I'm able to, now him saving the Usopp is a punish for him, because I'm just gonna be able to bottom deck it on the first attack or anything he does for free. So he still has to attach energy to the Usopp to be able to be useful. But I only have 2 cards in hand, mind you. Although I know what the 2 cards in my hand are, they're really powerful. They're only 2 cards. So he attacks with Usopp first, because I mean, I need some cards, so I probably need to draw cards right now. And attacking for 5k here is perfect, because that's the only way that like I have to deplenish the last remaining cards on my deck. And I use the blocker immediately on him, because I don't want him to give him any more cards. And if he wants to go after my cards on board, he has to commit a lot of his energy, and I know my cards are not gonna die because I know what they are. There are 2 love beam that I have in my hand. So at this point, he's completely and I did telegraph that a little bit, and my opponent should be aware of the fact that I do have 2 energy up and I have a discount. So he should be aware that I probably do have 2 love beam, or at least a blast breath and a love beam, or I have 2 cards that I can interact with. You have to keep that in mind every time you play against an opponent. If they're deliberately putting energy up, you have to think, or at least be a little bit scared of the fact that he could have X or Y cards that you can use for those 2 cards. And the fact that my crocodile allows me to play them for 1 less energy means that I have 2 of those. So he's just gonna do 5k, thinking, yeah, probably that's what you have. But I get to draw 2 cards here. So if you want to attack my crocodile again for like a bigger number or for a small number, it doesn't matter. I have another love beam. He doesn't know that, but it is the case where we are right now. And he's gonna attack for 7 at my crocodile, thinking, okay, you better have drawn some combo power out of that. But the nice thing about my list is that most of my deck is combo power, so I'm never not gonna have like something like that. However, he does play another Zoro here, and I'm not sure where he's gonna throw this one to. And he's running low on resources here. He doesn't even have much combo power to defend his Zoros. So, and that's the nice thing about this deck. The blue-purple crocodile can grind for days. It keeps going. And I'm at 2 lives, so that's another 2 cards that I'm gonna be able to see out of my hand. And my opponent is not necessarily gonna see those last 2 cards, because I have a card that says vanish. So he's most likely is not gonna be able to see them. And that's what I'm banking on. And here he only has 4 cards. Sadly for him, he can combo with many of them. And he goes 7, 8. He goes 8 at my 7k, and I use my love beam to defend it again. And yeah, I kept my hand size. I stopped his turn completely, and I'm able to probably next turn remove the 2 attackers, the 3 attackers, and develop something else. If I have draw and blocker, a queen would be great here, because it allows me to play cards, draw cards, maybe draw an extra card, and keep drawing. That's what the deck does. That's the whole thing. And as you saw, I had the queen in my hand now, and the queen here is gonna be perfect. And I'm gonna attack with 6k at the Zoro. Do you want to defend it? Go ahead. I really don't care if you defend this card or no. I'm at 2 life. I'm completely safe. And I just need 1 extra card so I'm able to defend his next turn. That's all I need right now. So he's thinking he has a 1 only card that he can combo with, which is the radical beam. So he has to decide when he wants to use that one. But if he uses the radical beam here, I'm gonna attack it with the other 2, and he's just gonna lose the radical beam for no reason. So that's his thought process here. So yeah, he just lets it die. And here I do the same. If 6k kill one of them, 6k is gonna kill the other one. And now I'm attacking 8k at your leader. And he wanted to take the life, but I told him, yeah, it's vanish. He's like, ah, no, I cannot take a vanish attack, so I have to out combo this one, I guess. He can easily out combo with the radical beam, but he's still gonna. It was gonna be the same outcome regardless of what he had. If he defends the Zoro, I attack the Zoro. If he defends the life, like he's not gonna see the last life of that, because that's what my leader does. I'm just eventually gonna outgrand you. You don't have too many cards now, so you have to win with the little cards that you have on hand. It's not easy. It's really not. And that's a rough hand that he has, but yeah, he has to defend this one because I mean it's getting really hard for him to survive next turn. And I play my Miss All Sunday, so now even his leader attack, I will block the first attack with the leader, because again the cards that I'm most scared right now would be like a Shanks if he plays that one, or a Luffy, which makes him unblockable against my my Miss All Sunday. But the nice thing here is that he cannot get rid of the Miss All Sunday without KOing the car, and if he KOs the car, I get a Love Beam, so I get another draw 2 this turn for free, and I 4k combo power. So the only card that it scares me a little bit would be the Luffy. And let's see what he thinks he's gonna do. He gets a 2k counter with this one, and again, he's in a really bad spot right now. I'm not sure how he pushes through. I guess he has the Diablo Jumble to go for a game, but he cannot even go for game this turn. It's just not possible. I have 2 life. So he has to bank that I don't have enough cards in hand to defend my board, maybe. I'm not sure exactly how you win from this spot, at least with his hand. It's just really, really impossible. And I guess you can play the Luffy, not attack with him, maybe save it for next turn. See if you can maybe pull a win next turn. Is the only thing that I can think of. But I can also kill him next turn easily with these 3 cards if he doesn't have any way to interact with. So another way that he can distract me from me going for game is by attacking with the Luffy. Maybe that's the best play that he can do. Attack with the Luffy, hope that I get greedy and I go for game, and he maybe survives that last couple of, like, whatever I go for. If I don't kill him, maybe he gets to kill me back if I miss the lethal turn. But as a blue-purple crocodile, you shouldn't be going for game unless you know you're going for game, because you are able to out-resource your opponent. So if you're in a spot where you maybe can go for game, but it's risky if you go for game and you know you can survive, just don't do that. And yeah, that's what he's gonna opt for. He's gonna use the Luffy as a blocker here, try to distract me from going for game, and it's gonna work, because I'm gonna try to kill the Luffy. I'm not gonna risk me winning the game because of that. And I'm gonna probably take this one because I don't have anything to get back with. Oh, he's attacking the crocodile. But I have the Love Beam either way, so he was not gonna get through here. And drawing 2 here is just backbreaking. Now if he attacks with the Zoro, I'm just gonna immediately block because I want my Love Beam back. And if I have another Love Beam next turn, he's just not gonna be able to kill me at all. And he does the Diablo Jumbo heal, try to attack the crocodile, eliminate some of the pressure, but drawing 2 cards is just, at this point, there's nothing he could have done. He is trying, he's grasping, he's hoping that I don't have anything in hand, but it's just, it is what it is. I do have everything that I need to win. And I attack 6k here into his Luffy. He has to decide whether he wants to protect it, but I don't care if he protects it. I mean, I'm gonna kill the Luffy this turn, that's for sure. So if he does it, fine. If he doesn't, it's fine as well. So he does it. I'm attacking with the crocodile. Do you want to defend it again? If you do, I'm gonna kill it either way. So he does. He still does defend it. I'm just sure. I didn't get to banish, but I'm gonna play a queen. Now I have 2 blockers to defend my next turn with. 3 blockers, I'm sorry. So how is any red player supposed to win at this spot? There is just no way. He just has been outgrinded to the ground. And yeah, he can play Anami, probably one of the best draws that he can have at this point, I guess. But it doesn't do enough. It just does not do enough. And Sanji, he's just gonna use the Sanji for he already knows he lost next turn for sure. So he's just gonna use the Sanji, take a life, see his last life, and it was the 4th jet pistol. That's it. That was the game. He can now defend my next turn. Next turn I will go for game because he doesn't have any cards in hand, and no pressure for me to try to out combo. But yeah, this is how you should play against red. Like, it is not a hard matchup, and especially with the list that I play. If you're going a little bit more greedy with the kings and the other cards, then yeah, it could be a problem. I agree. If you're trying to go too big or trying to go with not enough combo power, then yeah, you're gonna have a hard time against those decks. But that's why I don't build my list that way. And yeah, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, and if you want to see the full deck leaks with the everything that I think about the deck, just look at the video, the link that I'm gonna have at the end of the video. And thank you for watching.